is entitled The Confidential Reasons for the Appearance of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, which means the confidential means the internal reasons for the appearance of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
In this chapter, there are 277 verses, and here Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has stressed that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own, internal reasons. The first is to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the one who primarily reciprocates, to relish her position. Second is that it'll tell the second reason, that to understand the transcendental mellows of himself, how they can think of him as the all sweet. So he wants to understand. First is to relish the position of Radharani. Second is to understand the transcendental mellows of himself. He accepted the mentality of Srimati Radharani to understand, how am I so great? Why are my devotees so attracted to me? I just can't understand. And the third reason is to enjoy the bliss, relish the position, understand his own position, and relish the bliss that is tasted by Srimati Radharani herself.
Rivo. So therefore, Krishna, he is called as Rasaraj, which means he is the king of all rasas. He is the king of all mellows. And as Lord Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra, he experienced beautiful brotherly affections with Lakshmana. He experienced marital joy with Mother Sita. But as Lord Krishna, he experienced beautiful relationship with his friends, the cowherd boys. He also experienced beautiful Madhurya Leela with the Vraja gopis. And although Krishna, he also relished Vatsalya Ras with Mother Jashoda and Devaki Maya. But Krishna relished these relationships. One curiosity still remained within Krishna. Krishna had not yet experienced the spiritual emotion that Krishna's devotees feel when they are having that ultimate relationship with Krishna. So therefore, it is said that Srimati Radharani, who is the foremost of all devotees, what pleasure does she feel when she serves Krishna, which is 10 million more times than the Lord's own experience. Therefore, to experience that mellow, Sri Krishna came as Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu to understand the position of Srimati Radharani, to understand the sweetness of Krishna's own love, and to experience that bliss, to taste that bliss. So therefore, in this chapter, this is what is described in detail. And there are verses after verses after verses. Therefore, because, all these three internal reasons, they actually surround Srimati Radharani, who is like the lotus flower. And all these three reasons are like the bumblebee that goes around this beautiful lotus flower. So therefore, this lotus flower of Srimati Radharani is very beautifully glorified here by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, that it is Srimati Radharani, it is her supreme position. So what is the supreme position of Srimati Radharani is described here, that who is that lotus flower around whom the bumblebee-like reasons of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's internal descent lies. What is that confidential position of Srimati Radharani is described in this particular chapter.
It says that Radha Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Therefore, they enjoy the mellows of love.
Text 57 says, Shei dui eko ebe Chaitanya Gosai Rasho Ashvadite Dohe Hoilo Ektatai. Now to enjoy the rasa, these two personalities, Radha and Krishna, have come as one body of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Text 69 says, Mahabhava Swarupini Sri Radha Thakurani Sarva Guna Khoni Krishna Kanta Shiromani.
Shri Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhav. She is the repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among all the wonderful, lovely concerts of Lord Krishna. Govindandini Radha, Govindanandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasya Sarva, Kanta Shiromani.
Text 82 says, Srimati Radharani is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda. And she is also the enchantress of Govinda. Govinda Mohini. She is the be all and end all of Govinda and the crest jewel of all his consorts. So in this verse, Srila Prabhupada describes that Lord Brahma, he describes Ishvara Paramakrishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. That Govinda is that primeval Lord. But who is the enchanter of that primeval Lord? Is Govinda Mohini, is Srimati Radha. So text 85 says,
Krishnamai, Krishna Jara, Bhitare Bahire, Jaha Jaha Netra Pade, Taha Krishna Spure. Krishnamai means one who's within and without our Lord Krishna. She's like completely dipping and dripped Krishnamai in Krishna. She sees Lord Krishna wherever she casts her glance. She's identical to Lord Krishna because she embodies that love. Krishna Vancha Purti Rupa Kore Aradhane Ataiva Radhika Nama Purane Bakhane.
Which means her worship, Aradhana, consists of fulfilling the desires of Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, the Puranas give her the name Radhika. Radhika means one who is the fulfiller of all the desires of Krishna through her worship, through her Aradhana. So therefore, this is established even in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the 88th verse of this chapter, he quotes from the Srimad Bhagavatam. He says,
Anyaradhito nunam
Bhagavan Hari Ishvara Yanno Vihaya Govinda Prito Yamanayadraha.
This is the only place where Srila Shukadeva Goswami has taken the name of Srimati Radharani, that too in a very hidden way. Anyaradhito unam, that Aradhito is actually Srimati Radha.
And this is the verse which is very, very important in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 30th chapter, text number 28. Very, very important verse, where is the hidden verse of Srimati Radharani's glorification in the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Because Srila Shukadeva Goswami felt if he directly takes the name of Srimati Radharani, he may go into ecstasy because he is Radharani's personal parrot. And then he would not be able to complete Srimad Bhagavatam. He would not be able to help Maharaj Parikshit. So he avoided as much as possible to not take the name of Radha in his descriptions. But after that, he continued taking Sri Radha now.
So then it goes on to describe, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami goes on to describe Srimati Radharani. He says in text 89, therefore Radha is Parama Devata, the supreme goddess, and she is the worshipper for everyone. She is the protectress of everyone, and she is the mother of the entire universe. Srimati Radharani fulfills all the desires of Krishna. This is the meaning of the word Sarva Kanti. Kanti means one desire, and Sarva means every desire. So she fulfills all the desires of Krishna. Text 95 says that Lord Krishna is called as Madana Mohana, means he is the enchanter of the world. But Srimati Radharani is the enchanter of She's the enchantress of the enchanter of the entire world. Therefore, Krishna is Madana Mohana, but Srimati Radharani is called as Madana Mohana Mohini, the one who enchants the Madan Mohana, Shri Krishna. Jai Srimati Radharani ki jai. Then again in text 152, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he quotes a very, very beautiful verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Gopi Geet, from the Gopi Geet chapter, text 30, canto 10, text 31, text 15, chapter 31, text 15, where the Gopis and Srimati Radharani, they are so, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing that what is the level of the love of the Gopis and Srimati Radharani. So therefore, he is quoting this particular verse where the Gopis and Srimati Radharani are cursing Lord Brahma that why did you create our eyelashes? That we cannot look at Krishna unblinkingly. Every few seconds we have to blink our eyes. This is not fair. Why did Brahma? He is a faulty creator. He has created us with faults. He has created these eyelids. So therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes the Gopi Geet.
Akatiyad bhava anikananam trutiyugayate tvamapashyata kutilakuntalam Srimukam chate jada udikshata pakshma kriyedrisha. Oh Krishna, you go to the forest during the day and we do not see your sweet face, which is surrounded by beautiful curling hair. Half a second becomes as long as an entire age for us. And we consider the Creator who has put eyelids on the eyes we use for seeing you to be simply a fool.
Jai Shri Gopis ki jai.
Shri Brahmaji ki jai.
And this chapter thus concludes by saying that Lord Krishna, he desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of the love possessed by one of his multitude of loving damsels, which is Srimati Radharani. And so he has assumed the form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with her golden yellow color. May that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu give us his grace. Jai Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srimati Radharani ki jai. Shri Rasaraj Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai.